Aloha and welcome to the Solar Coaster Live Show. I'm here with a really special couple of guests from LG Chem, Mrs. Linh Tran as well as Marc. And Linh, want to say aloha?
Aloha, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Welcome to the show, Linh. Thank you for joining us again. You've been on plenty of times in the past, and you brought over your tech guru. I can't remember his exact title, but Marc, you want to introduce yourself, Marc?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Josh. Aloha. My name is Marc Chandeck. I'm a technical sales specialist here at LG Chem.
Linh, why don't we start out with you? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Okay, first, tell us about who Linh is, because we've been working together for years, but maybe not everybody knows you. And then help us understand what's going on with LG Chem and this new technology.
Yeah, well, Josh, I've been in the solar industry on the solar coaster for about 5 years now, and been with LG Chem ever since launching our first RESU home battery here in North America. And now we're advancing as a battery manufacturer, as you would expect. Our technology has continued to advance, and now we're out with our Gen 3 battery called the RESU 16H. So it's definitely a great product. It's checking off a lot of boxes.
Let's talk to Marc a little bit now, if we can. Marc, welcome to the Solar Coaster. Your first time on our show.
Yeah, thanks again. But so very exciting, like Linh said. You know, the 16H, from the name there, 16 kilowatt hours is the new usable energy storage, which is quite a bump from what we have on the current RESU 10H model. So what we're seeing now is just homeowners need more storage. You know, I think it speaks that times right now, people are really wanting to be more energy independent. So having a larger, you know, standalone out the box storage unit is really beneficial. But what I find to be very much the really awesome breakthroughs are not necessarily the 16 aspect. That's getting all the buzz, 16H, but Linh actually briefly mentioned it before, the new continuous output of 7 kilowatts. That's quite a significant bump. It's about a 40% increase from what we currently have. And what that speaks to is just that homeowners, you know, have high demands and a lot of more robust needs with their backup battery systems, especially here in North America. So, you know, being able to run continuous current of 7 kilowatts is really going to allow us to run, you know, more things than just the few selected 4 to 6 circuits that we are accustomed with under the old 10H and storage model. So really exciting stuff, and some great installation changes as well. So yeah.
Huge. Why don't we dig in a little bit to this concept of how the Energy Hub and the 16H pair up?
A great question, and an amazing piece of hardware that is coming out now from our inverter partner SolarEdge that we could not be more excited to introduce to the market with them. But basically what's really great about this new inverter and battery solution is just the scalability. You have a lot of options to add multiple batteries and multiple inverters. So there's actually 3 pieces in total that we're talking about. We're talking about the RESU batteries, we're talking about the Energy Hub inverter, and we're talking about the new backup interface. What's really awesome is you can hook up 3 inverters to 1 backup interface, and each one of those inverters can have 2 batteries. So 1 backup interface can support up to 6 total batteries. And I did want to comment on the power output. So how the Energy Hub actually works is you take the nameplate rating. So the 7600 model, for example, you take 80% of that and you use that figure to stack what your power is. So what you get out of the 7600 in backup is about just over 6,000 continuous. And what's really critical and what's great about this solution is it's all DC coupled. You kind of touched on this a minute ago. You know, it's unrivaled what you're able to now accomplish in terms of power and capacity in a DC coupled solution, which I think the market really does need right now.
But when you think about grid outage, you know, in order to get real longevity in inclement weather conditions, you got to stack on a bunch of batteries. Well, there is the option now, it looks like with the Energy Hub system, remarkably, to fire up a generator and refill your battery whenever you need it, which is like the most efficient and elegant way to give yourself long-term energy security. So, okay, Linh, now what I'm really interested to learn about with this new 16H, there must be some changes.
Well, it looks very different, and it's intentionally so. So the anatomy of the RESU 16H is constructed such that one, it's floor mountable, so there's not so much of that heavy lifting going on, and then also it's broken up to be more modular. Lithium cells are within 2 modules. And then they're held together with a top hat, like with the DC converter on top. So if from a serviceability standpoint, we went from Gen 2, which is no field servicing, to now a Gen 3, which is now you can pop the top and troubleshoot the power electronics, which is.
All right, so what is the game plan? What is the rollout game plan? What's your timelines look like? My guess is that there's a bit of pent-up market demand right now for this kind of technology out there across the country.
Taking orders now. So product will be here before the end of the year. And if you are looking to install product within this year or for surely within Q1, you definitely want to get your orders in.